Hey guys, it's Jensen, and before we get into today's video, I just wanted to quickly apologize for not posting a video on Wednesday. I just haven't been feeling well this week, and so it just didn't happen for me on Wednesday, but I'm feeling better, and I should be back to normal uploading schedule next week. So without further ado, let's get into the books that I read this week. So I don't know about you, but when I'm not feeling well, I have a hard time reading. I usually end up just watching YouTube videos or Facebook TV or Netflix or something that doesn't require as much concentration for me as reading does. So unfortunately, I didn't get that much read this week. I did still finish a whole book and read a good chunk of another book. So I'll just show you those and then talk about what I want to read next week. But first, I wanted to get into Making of a Chef by Michael Ruhlman. This is one that I've been looking forward to reading. I've talked about it in the past couple videos. I did not pick this up this week, and I think I'm going to put it down for just a little bit because it's not as high of a priority right now. The higher priority is the library books that are due sooner. This may be confusing because this is clearly a library book, but this is for a different library, and so it's not due quite as soon as the other books, and it's not as pressing. So I'm just going to put it down for now and hopefully pick it back up later. And like I said, I did finish one book this week, Gods in Alabama by Jocelyn Jackson. This book was really, really good, and at first it kind of threw me off, and I didn't think I thought I was going to DNF it because it felt very much like an author's first novel, and it wasn't really gripping me. I was not really loving it, but I kept with it because I trusted the people who recommended this book, and it's really, really great. It's not what I expected, definitely, because it was kind of off-putting to me because it feels like it's revealing a lot of stuff at the beginning of the book, and it's like, what's the point if you just revealed this to me in chapter 2? But everything is not what it seems, and as the book goes on, things unravel more and you begin to see more clearly what actually happened, what's going on. It's very readable. It's like, it did not take me long at all to read this. It's very, you compulsively can't put it down once you get sucked into it. So this was a really great read for me this week. I haven't given this a star rating yet, but it'll probably be like a 4-star read. It was good. It wasn't amazing perfection, but it was a great read for me, and I really liked it. And I can't wait to read more of her books. And the other book that I picked up this week was This is the Story of a Happy Marriage by Ann Patchett. I'm only on like page 26 or 27, so not that far into it. This is my first Ann Patchett, and like I expected, from what I've heard of her, this is really well written, really interesting, really smart. What this is basically is Ann Patchett, when she wanted to work on her first novel, she was trying to find a way to support herself, but she found that working odd jobs, like as a waitress, she would come home exhausted and unable to write. And so she found a way to support herself financially through writing for different magazines, just essays for like 17 and I don't remember any of the other publications. She started with 17, and basically she's collected her essays over the years and was wanting to do a compilation. And this isn't every essay that she wrote, but she wrote select ones that she feels go together. And so it's a collection of those essays that she's written throughout her career as a writer. And I love books like this. I love collections of essays. So this is really fun so far. I'm really enjoying it. And it makes me want to read more of her work. So those are the books that I finished this week, and next week I'm hoping to pick up Interpreter of Maladies by Jhumpa Lahiri. This is a collection of short stories that all focus on Indian or Indian American characters and what they're going through and just their different situations. So I'm excited to pick this up. I know that Jhumpa Lahiri is a great writer, a well-regarded and venerated writer, and so I am really curious to pick this one up. And the other book is A Grown Up Kind of Pretty, another Jocelyn Jackson, since I liked Gods of Alabama. I'm curious to see her other works. Gods of Alabama was her first novel, and so I'm curious to see how she has developed as a writer. So yeah, I hope I can pick this up this week. So now I just wanted to talk real quick about current events and how they've impacted me, and in particular how they've impacted my reading life. With everything that's going on right now, it's caused me to sit back and reflect on my bookshelves and my TBR. And I've come to realize that I don't read as many people of color as I would like to. I'm really good about reading books written by women. That's mostly what I read, but I don't read a lot of books by people of color, and particularly women of color. And I would like to be better about that and more conscientious about that. So I wanted to show you 3 books that I want to pick up this month. And my goal is to, because I want to make this a permanent change, I'm going to try to be conscientious about picking up at least 1 book a month, hopefully more, that is written by a person of color, because I want to get those other perspectives. I want to be reading and learning about other people's lives, particularly lives that and experiences that I haven't had as a white person. And so without further ado, let me show you those books. The first one is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I don't know too much about this one. I know it's one I've always wanted to pick up. I've heard great things about this one. So yeah, this is the first one that I would really like to get to, because I feel like this is one that I really should have read by now, and I just haven't. And the next book is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. This is one that I've heard a lot of good things about. What I know about it is it's about a couple who go through trials and tribulation after the husband is incarcerated for a crime he did not commit. So I'm hoping that it will delve into timely topics and give me a little bit more perspective on wrongful incarceration. And the final book is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. This is just a romantic comedy with a bunch of diverse characters, and I've started it before. I just never finished it. I just put it down. I was loving it. I just put it down for whatever reason, and it's really funny, really readable. And basically what it's about is a woman who her ex-boyfriend proposes to her very publicly at a baseball game, and she has to turn it down, and then I think she's getting blasted all over social media, but she runs into a guy there when she dumps her boyfriend, and they start to develop a romance. So it's just really cute and fun and light. And so yeah, so those are the books that I read this week, and the books that I hope to read this next week and this month. Thank you so much for watching this video. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.